On the Woodpecker today, I reinstall my table saw. For over a month now, my table saw is in pieces with a lot of junk in one corner of my shop. It's time to put it back together. The first thing to do is to vacuum all the loose dust from it, which piled up inside over the past 3 years. In tight corners, I have to use the crevice nozzle to reach the dust. But in several places, I have to use compressed air and even a wire brush to remove all this gummed up sawdust. I have to do the same thing for the worm gears too. I even clean the hard-to-reach places also. Seeing how tough all of this is to clean, I understand why I don't clean it more often. I have to use the scratch awl to clean all the teeth gears. To clean the worm gears thoroughly, I have to use a rag. Then I clean everything with mineral spirits to remove all the crumbs I was unable to dislodge any other way. While I'm at it, I also vacuum the exterior. Now that everything is clean, I spray a coat of Shield T9 to lubricate all the moving parts. Dust can stick to this product. Then I try all the saw's possible movements. Wow, everything works like new. Next, I ask René to give me a hand, and together we put the cast iron top on the case. The top is held in place with 4 bolts, one in each corner. I tighten them just enough, not too hard. Then I install one of my cutting blades. I use this jig that I made to check the top position. It's pretty simple. It's just 2 pieces of wood and a dial indicator. One of the pieces is the same width as the miter gauge slot. To check if the top is parallel to the blade, I mark 1 tooth of the blade and set the dial indicator to 0. Then, after moving it to the far side of the blade, I can check the difference in position using the same tooth. It's not perfect, so I need to untighten some bolts and check it again. Then with my mallet, I move the top until it's parallel with the blade. After a while it's perfect, and I can tighten it all again. With the last test, I can confirm that nothing moved during the tightening. Now I can install the rotor extension. To hold it in place until it's all screwed down, we use 2 2x3s and clamps to hold the cast iron. Then René doesn't need to hold it anymore, and I can screw the bolts. Before screwing it tight, I check with my fingers if the extension is leveled with the table saw top. I do the same thing at the back. When both extremity bolts are in place, I can screw the middle one. We do the same thing for the other extension wing. On the other side, we install the sliding table. But since I can't use my fingers to check its height, I use a straight edge instead. Next, we can install the ripping fences guides. The last thing I need to do is to install the power switch. Then I can check the squareness of the rip fence. Again, I use the jig I made to check if it's parallel to the blade. To adjust my rip fence, I need to lift it up and screw or unscrew the set screw in the back. Then I check it again. I repeat this until it's perfectly parallel to the blade. When I'm satisfied, I spray a coat of metal preservative on the exposed metal. It dries pretty fast, and I polish it with a rag. Now I must check if the tilt mechanism stops at 90 degrees. To do so, I can use a square, but personally I prefer to use a tilting box. After resetting the angle to 0 on the tabletop, I stick it to the blade to see if it's square. Since it's not, I open the table saw side door and I adjust the 90-degree angle bolt. Then I recheck it to see if it's okay. If it is, I use 2 wrenches and lock it into place. The 45-degree angle is set fairly the same way. But to reach the set bolt, I need to go through the blade opening, and to do that, I need to remove the blade. Now I'm ready to try it. But to do so, I need to make an extension cord. And finally, I have a table saw in my new shop. Now my life will be much easier with a table saw in my shop to continue building it. But if you want to see the next step, you'll need to come back to the Woodpecker.